Remember the last time you strolled through the colorful aisles of the grocery store? Have you ever noticed those tiny sticker codes on each piece of fresh produce? And before you think about answering it, no, they're not just barcodes for scanning at the checkout counter. As we become more conscious and environmentally aware of what we eat and how it impacts our health, we understand the importance of paying attention to what we are eating. Let's unravel the mysteries behind those PLU sticker codes that you see on your fruits and veggies together in this video. Before we dive into the details behind those tiny numbers, let's start with the basics. PLU stands for price lookup. The PLU sticker has codes that are 4 to 5 digit numbers, printed on adhesive labels found on every fresh piece of produce. Not only are the codes helpful for billing, but they specify the type, variety, growing method, and traceability of the produce, making the PLU codes essential tools for both consumers and retailers alike. Understanding these codes can help you to make healthier and eco-conscious choices, controlling what you and your family consume. These PLU codes gained popularity in the mid-1980s and were then standardized by the International Federation for Produce Standards, seen as IFPS. Since then, most PLU codes have gone global. For example, if you pick up a certain apple at any grocery store with a PLU sticker code of 3283, you'll find out that it's a Honeycrisp apple. Pretty interesting, isn't it? So let's continue by talking about the primary function of PLU codes to understand how they help us. Number 1, identification. Firstly, these codes help to properly identify the kind of produce that you're actually purchasing. The PLU codes on fresh produce help the staff at stores to identify the species and variety accurately, which ensures that they charge you the correct price. Number 2, traceability. Next, the PLU codes enable us to trace the produce back to its source, which is essential for recalls or quality control issues. It's reassuring to have control of the food our families consume and to possess the ability to track down the entire chain. Number 3, organic versus conventional. Moving on, the PLU codes can help us to learn more about the way the fruit or vegetable was grown. These codes can indicate whether the produce is grown conventionally, meaning pesticides and fertilizers were used to ensure its growth, or if it is organic, which makes it so much easier for people to align their choices with their values. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to learn how to differentiate between the growing methods of your favorite produce just by analyzing the PLU codes. Number 4, genetically modified organisms, commonly seen as GMOs. Some PLU codes indicate that the produce has been genetically enhanced or modified, so people who prefer to avoid GMO products can steer clear of them. Number 5, convenience. And last but certainly not least, these codes are a great help if you're at a self-checkout kiosk. PLU codes are easier to type instead of finding the entire name of any type of fruit or vegetable, and this significantly reduces your checkout time, making them a win-win for shoppers and an easy way for the grocery cashiers as well. Now on to decoding your produce. Now that we know why the PLU codes are important for us, let's get down to the fun part, which is actually decoding your own produce. To be able to decipher what the PLU code stands for, here's an easy cheat sheet for you. 4-digit PLU codes. First of all, we have the 4-digit PLU codes. These usually start with 3 or 4 and indicate that the produce was grown via conventional methods. This means that pesticides and fertilizers were used to combat diseases and ensure optimal growth. For example, the code 4011 signifies yellow bananas grown via the conventional method. 5-digit PLU codes. Next up, we have the 5-digit PLU codes. Sometimes pesticides containing cadmium and mercury can be harmful to the body. If you are looking to avoid these, opt for fresh produce with 5-digit PLU codes that also start with 9. These 5-digit codes show that the produce has been grown organically and without synthetic pesticides or fertilizers. For instance, if you see the PLU code 94011, the 9 signifies that the produce, which is yellow bananas in this case, is organic. This helps people make the right choices for their families and their environment. GMO PLU codes. The PLU codes that start with 8 and have 5 digits signify genetically modified organisms. Those who prefer to avoid GMO foods find this to be very useful. Although there's not a lot of research to support that GMOs are bad for our health, antibiotic resistance and allergic reactions have been reported before, and it's only fair that people be given the choice to choose what they eat. Also, it's important to note that GMO labeling requirements may differ from region to region, and they may not be mandatory everywhere. Since we are discussing all aspects of PLU codes, we should address a common question. Why bother? Well, here's why. Making informed choices. To start, being able to decipher your PLU codes enables you to make informed choices about the produce that you purchase. This helps to be in tune with your values, whether you're going organic or GMO-free. It can also help you choose whether you buy local or imported produce. Secondly, quality and traceability. PLU codes are essential in maintaining produce safety as well as quality. The fact that you can trace the produce through the supply chain back to its origin in case of any recalls or issues is quite empowering. This ensures that you and your loved ones eat safely. Lastly, sustainability. If you are an eco-conscious person who's passionate about the planet's well-being, then PLU codes can easily help your cause. Some producers play their part in minimizing the environmental impact by taking some extra steps. When you choose the produce with lower PLU codes, you can opt for fruits and vegetables grown closer to your location, which can help reduce the carbon footprint associated with transportation. Well, everyone, we hope this journey into the world of PLU codes has been both enlightening and entertaining for you. By understanding these tiny little stickers, you're not just decoding produce. You're making informed choices, you're ensuring your own quality, and contributing to a more sustainable world. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe if you already haven't for more fascinating insights. Until next time, happy shopping.